Hi everyone, now I'm going to be tying a buzzer pattern. Now basically I do a monthly draw, and a couple of the months I gave away, I tied 2 boxes of patterns that I'd fished when I worked at a trout fishery, and the gentleman who got the box of flies, he's been fishing, he's been fishing flies obviously, and one of the flies was a small buzzer pattern that it's doing extremely well for him, and he was asking if I had a video, and I don't, so I'm going to quickly tie it. It's simple, it's a very simple fly, it's nothing special. I used to tie these, all sizes, but especially in the smaller size, and in this, like a 14 or 16, even 18, and it's just very, very basic. Now thread, you could do easily, or you could use like a UTC flat thread, or you could use the Uni 80 in black as well. So you could use whatever thread you like. Now I'm going to quickly wax the thread here, especially the UTC. It's a very slippy thread and you need the grip. So I'm going to start at the eye of the hook. So what I'm going to use here is, for the breathers of the fly, is the Glo-Btite yarn. This one here, number 16, which is the white. And all you do is tie it forward 2 or 3 turns, and then what I like to do is trim it like slight angle like this, so it's a tapered cut. So when you wind over it, you'll get a tapered shape in the body. Now to give the impression of a shuck in this fly, I'm using a Madeira thread. You can use a pearl thread. Some of these you can actually buy this pearl type fibre in hanks as well. You can get it as a kind of flash type, but the reason I use that is, the main reason is, if you look at it, the makeup of this thread, it's a pearl thread obviously. It's meant for sewing, it's meant to be added in, and it's got a pearl flash through it, but it's got a fine antron, much like this here, which is running through, which protects it, and it lasts far longer if you use it than if you just put pearl, say, flash on. It wouldn't last too long. So on the way down, just going to basically tie this on to the back of the hook. Lengthwise, usually to balance it, it's a shuck, gives the impression of a shuck. Trim it there. And you can just open it out here, just run your fingers through it, but you can see the fine fibre. You can mark it with a pen. I did that in the past, but it was in the bigger flies, but in the smaller one you don't really need to. If you don't want to use that, then you could use the hackle fibre or so. Now for the rib of the fly, which I forgot to lift out, I'm using a silver wire. Now this is number 27, or equivalent to small. 27 if it's the Vineyard one. But if you're buying, say, Uni or so, it's a small. So we catch this on the length of the body. It's going to be the rib obviously, which is then work our way up. You can see the taper, there is a slight taper there. Now I'm going to stop it. If you imagine, like 2/3 of the way up would be then your thorax. I'm going to put a wee highlight, a sort of red holographic there. So leave a wee space for that. Now you can do like straight turns, so you get a very segmented body. Good 6 times if you want, and catch it on. Now the other thing you can do with this fly is use a lighter hook. If you want it to sit a wee bit higher, you can do that. Now you come up 3 or 4 turns, keep the thread tight, bend and break away, because I've actually came back down to meet the wire. I'm going to then tie in this medium red. Now you could use a small red. This one here, where are we? This is the holographic I'm using. Now there's quite a few out there. This one originally came from Vineyards. Now when this red, if it wears, it actually goes black. Some of the modern ones, it's over a silver flash. This one actually goes black. So anyway, we're going to tie it on 3 or 4 turns. Now what I like to do is to protect this is get a wee bit either varnish, or in this case a wee touch of super glue, just there. You wind over that and that'll protect it. And then we catch this in 3 or 4 turns. It's a very simple buzzer pattern, simple as that. Now you can either just fill it up with the thread, get a nice shape, or what I like to do is, this is black seal's fur, just lightly dab it on, and then we want a rough like thorax with the dubbing, so we just kind of build up a shape. Obviously don't cover the red too much, and then as you get towards the breathers, as we call them, just draw everything back, thread turns in front, get your varnish. This is the way I like to finish off, especially when I've got dubbing and stuff like that there. So varnish onto the thread just at that point, lift up the breathers, fit finish, tighten up, trim away, and then we can trim the breathers to the length that you like. Now you look a couple of mil, so I usually put it to the side, and there we are. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and again, thanks for watching.